Hey guys, Token Vaping. Today's juice review is actually an update add-on. I did a review on the original line to this company. Great company. I've been in contact with them for a while now. Great bunch of people. Great spokesmodels that they have. Just overall, everything about them is just a really well-rounded, solid company. And their original line is top notch. The line that I'm talking about is Krystal Kloudz. I did a previous review on their full ultra premium flavor line. Great solid line, a little bit of everything for everybody. Well, they've decided to go a little bit further and they've come out with two new flavors in a premium line, Sno and Plush. Now, the cool thing about this line is that it is a premium line. It is I guess you can say it's a special edition line, because right now it just has the two flavors in this grouping. They are only offered in 120 ml bottles though. But if you go to their website, it's krystalkloudz.com. They're also on Instagram. Right now, the 120s, they normally retail for about $59.95 on their site, which is about average price. But if you go to their site and order them from them now, they are on sale for $35. Yes, $35 for a 120 ml bottle of a premium liquid line. Their original line was rock solid. I was impressed with all of the flavors. If you have watched my previous video on them, and if not, it is in my YouTube channel, they have a flavor called Aloha, which is basically, for me, it's like a tropical slushy smoothie style. Great flavor. Amazing vape on it as well. I'm a big fan of it. So I have high hopes for these two. I did try one. I tried the Sno first. I did save the Plush for this video to do a first impression, first vape. Krystal Kloudz, they are based in Irvine, California. They follow some of the highest regulations and outlines for their juice lines. They do have a facility specifically for their manufacturing and making of the juices. They adhere to all of the rules and regulations and everything like that. Their quality control is phenomenal. Everything about this company, like I said, is just top notch. You are truly getting a high quality, top shelf item for an affordable price, but you're also getting just a great product, period. It is offered in 4 nicotine levels, although it is in the 1 bottle size, a 0, 3, 6, and 12. So they are trying to accommodate, but you know, they believe in this flavor that much, and like I said, it is kind of special flavors that were brought out for this, so that's why they're doing the specific size. Now, I believe it is in the same 70-30 mix as the rest of their line. However, if you've ever had this line from Krystal Kloudz, and they are getting more widespread, I have helped get their line in a couple of shops near me, and they have sold really well. Their 70-30 is a thicker 70-30 than a lot of others that you'll come across. And that just comes down to, you know, the way that things are made, how they're made in their specific facilities, the ingredients that are used, which are all locally sourced and of the highest quality. Everything is done so well that this 70-30 mix is a very impressive 70-30. They have gone and updated and modified a few things about their processing. They haven't changed the quality of the flavor or the flavor itself. They've just changed how they do it to make it that much better. They've also updated their logos and their labels as well. So now they have like a foil label to them, which just gives them a much more impressive presentation. So without further ado, these are their two flavors, Sno and Plush. And as you can see, there are foil labels. They do come safety sealed, and as I said, I saved this one for this specific video as a first try, first vape. But I did want to show, and anytime that something does come safety sealed, I do try to save at least one to show that it is, and that's how it comes shipped. Now, these are 30 ml bottles, obviously. They're not going to send me a 120 ml, you know, for a review, which is fine. I'm honored and privileged enough to continue to be able to help this company because I believe in them a lot. But this is the 30 ml bottle, and the 120 ml labels are pretty much the same. This is Sno, and as you can tell, this is a picture of what it's supposed to be, which if you can't tell by the picture, I will explain that to you here in a second. It does have the name of the company, made in the OC, nicotine level, nicotine levels on this side as well. They have the warning label, the Proposition 65 for California, and the Made in the USA contains ingredients and everything else on here. Both labels have that as well. So very informative, and making sure that everything that needs to be on the label as well, child safety caps, and everything else like that. So real quick, and as like I said, they do come safety sealed as they are here. So if anything that you purchase, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter where it's from, if anything you purchase that has any type of safety precaution whatsoever, if you feel that it's been tampered with, messed with, or anything about it makes you feel uncomfortable, please, for safety and health reasons, specifically your own, don't vape it. Don't use it. Don't try it. Nothing. Just contact the shop that you got it from. Contact the website. Contact the company. They will always make amends to rectify the situation and fix it to keep everything as safe as possible. So don't feel like it's a bad thing or you're causing a problem. They would rather you go through this step and wait a little bit longer to properly and safely vape something than to take the chance of having a problem. So with that, my opinion of Sno, and again, it is just my opinion. In no way, shape, or form am I trying to tell anybody anywhere how they should feel, how they should react to a particular flavor, device, anything like that. Anything that I review and have the privilege and honor of reviewing, it is strictly my opinion. So all I'm trying to do is help further inform you guys out there as far as what it tastes like to me, what it comes out, show you the vape, things like that, so that it gives you a better idea of what you're dealing with to help you decide better whether it's something that works for you or not. So just keep that in mind, and in no way am I trying to tell anybody how they should take to something. But Sno is if you've ever seen the pastry snacks, it is a coconut and marshmallow covered chocolate cake with cream in the middle. There's a few variations of them out there in different flavors as well. This is just the standard. It is a chocolate cake with cream in the center and then covered in a marshmallow coconut. I like coconut. I'm not a chocolate cake person. I'm not a chocolate person. I, however, was impressed with the flavor of this. Now, I will say that you taste everything in this vape, which is surprising because there's a lot of flavors going on in this that are very specific. So it's a very busy flavor. You do taste everything in this. However, I did not get anything specific out of it, which is good because that means that there wasn't any one specific flavor that was more overpowering. The smell of it instantly is chocolate cake. As soon as you take the inhale, even though you don't taste it directly on the inhale, but as soon as you inhale it into your mouth, the flavor that you start to get is the chocolate cake. The ending of it is definitely going to be the coconut and the cream. So you get like a sweet, almost slight tinge of sugar taste with a little bit of coconut. The smoothness of the vape, I contribute to the marshmallow. So, I mean, everything is encompassed into this flavor. Everything is involved. For as busy of a flavor as it is, it all melds well together. You may not specifically get it while you vape it, but after you exhale it all and you get that little follow-up on the end of a vape, you definitely taste like you just ate one of these, or at least took a nice sized bite out of one. Very, very well done. The flavor is very solid. If you have a sweet tooth, this will definitely fill it. Absolutely. But as I'm not a huge sweets or sugar person, I did not feel that this was very overpowering, or that if I vaped on it for more than half a day that I was going to feel like I just ate a bunch of these and it's just going to make my teeth hurt and make me feel sick. The flavor is not overpowering in the least, but it is very, very abundantly front and center. So again, very impressively well done to make a very full-bodied flavored vape without making it too overpowering, and yet still cover everything that it needs to as far as to cover that flavor. So I have very high hopes for this one. This is Plush, and as you can see by the picture, this is basically peach rings. Now, everything that and I'm going to break the seal while I'm saying this, everything that I've looked into and read on this flavor line, it literally just says succulent peach rings. It doesn't say candied, it doesn't say sugared. Obviously, if it's going to be in a peach ring form, it's going to have some form of candy taste to this. But I'm hoping that it's not going to be a straight candy flavor because I like peach. So I'm hoping it's supposed to be more of a peach flavor, but in a more sweeter form. Wow, that is definitely a strong peach smell, but it's a very good one. See, and that right there instantly smells like peach, like a fresh peach. You take a bite of the peach and the juice that you smell, that's exactly what that tastes like. So I'm going to take my cottony here, which I'm trying to show is dry. Sorry for the focus issue. And I'm going to go ahead and drip this, and then I'm going to do a vape and get the flavor and show you the clouds that come off of this. So like I said, it is a 70-30 mix, I believe, as the rest of their line is. But since they've updated their line from when I tried the original line on my first video, you definitely get a taste improvement and you most definitely get a cloud improvement. So whatever they specifically did and changed or upgraded or modified, it was definitely worth it because now their line is just straight up phenomenal. I'm not trying to overhype them by any means, but if you are looking for a solid all-day vape line to add to your rotation, not just a specific flavor, this is definitely one of the ones that sits in the high end of that list. Just overall, everything about them, like I said, is very well done and very impressive. So, with that, before I forget, the cotton that I'm using, as always, is Texas Tough Cotton. It's not a pansy-ass cotton ball cotton. It's very solid. It holds flavor very well, but it does not give you a very cottony, dry hit taste, especially even on the first wicking of it. So if you're interested, Texas Tough Cotton on Instagram. As you can tell, 75 watts. Plush from Krystal Kloudz. It's supposed to be a peach ring vape. Clouds. And like I said, that's a 70-30, and that's a solid cloud production. Peach all day, every day. This is an amazing peach flavor. However, I will have to say it's hard to really say, when they say peach ring, you know, there's going to be a few different versions or variations that people think of. It's not a candied peach ring. It's not like the sugary, the ones that are coated in the sugar that you get. It's not a sour peach ring. Honestly, for me, to be honest, I'm kind of on the fence as far as to say whether it tastes like a gummy peach ring or if it literally just tastes like peaches. The flavor profile on their website, krystalkloudz.com, does list it as peach rings. But for me, because of how true to form of a peach it actually tastes, if I was going to say it tasted like a peach ring at all, I would go with a gummy peach ring. That is a true peach ring. But I've actually eaten peaches that remind me exactly of this. So if nothing else, I can say it is definitely going to give you a real true peach flavor. But I guess I'll leave it up to you guys to determine whether or not you get more of a gummy peach ring flavor out of it or if it just tastes more like a peach to you. But regardless, either way, if you like peaches, amazing flavor. Definitely give this a try. Absolutely. And one thing that I've started to do more is I'm going to drip a little bit more, and then I'm going to raise my wattage a little bit to 80 and just see how much more of a difference, if any, it makes on the flavor. I have been learning more so by doing this myself that there are some flavors that when you raise the temperature and put a little bit more heat into it, it enhances the flavor just that much better. So I'm going to take this up to, if you can see it right there or not, 80 watts. I'm going to try Plush again real quick and see what the difference is. Oh God, wow. That is such a smooth, nice, solid peach flavor. It does bring it out a little bit more, but I won't say it's that drastic that there's a huge difference between 75 and 80. It is still a very solid, amazing flavor. I'm definitely probably going to go through this bottle here real quick. Just great, great flavor. This Kloudz for a 70-30 mix is very solid. So, again, Krystal Kloudz, you guys just continue to impress. Thank you guys so much for this continued honor and privilege. These two flavors, just another two solid, well done, ballpark, out of the park hits. Definitely check this line out, guys. KrystalKloudz.com. They are on Instagram. I believe there is a Facebook as well. If you have not tried this line as of yet, check out my other video for the flavor profiles, for the descriptions. They're also on their website. But definitely give them a try. Like I said, for an all-around solid lineup, this company has a very impressive line. All of them are just as solid. They've continued their tradition with that by making these two flavors, which are, again, Sno and Plush. 120 mils for these. I'm telling you, you couldn't go wrong anyway. Both of them are very solid. If you have a sweet tooth or if you like peaches, 120 mil of Plush. But with that, guys, Krystal Kloudz, again, thank you guys so very much. Just continue to be humbled and impressed by your continued quality in your flavors. Guys, as always, I'm Talking Vaping here on YouTube, Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Hit me up, email, subscribe, like, follow. Anything that you guys want to know that I can help, anything that you want to know that will help enhance your vaping experience, that is all I'm about. That is all I ever want to do. So if I can help you, I absolutely will. If I don't know the specific answer that you're looking for, I will reach out to everybody and anybody that I know in the vaping community to find out that answer for you. So with that, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, vape on, vape strong. Have a good night.